everything waits again. Yeah, let's go to the entrance hall. There you are, Jay. Gotta go through your application process and start on before you can actually participate in the tournament. I have an explanation now, mister? Of the Academy is terminal as follows. Any student or faculty member of the Academy enter. The opponents will be random, and only winners will advance to the next round. Opponents will be matched by lottery, and the lottery is run by people in charge. That means you have no idea who you will be facing until you meet them on the battlefield. Winners, as I said, will get to advance to the next round, but lose once and you're knocked out. No more battles for you after that. The last trainer standing, the only person to win all their matches, will be deemed the best of all, the Academy's ace. Thanks very much. We hashed out the tournament rules with help from Director Clavel. Based on the number of entrants so far, you probably have to win 4 times to take it all. Don't forget you might go up against the faculty too. They're tough stuff, so good luck and go be even tougher. The only person allowed to beat you is me. Please start to me when you're ready to take flight. How about some classes to finish? What class would I like to play? Because I have a couple more classes to finish. Let's do that. So that we have that finished. Just a break. A little bit. Hello everyone, well done on the midterm exam. Some of you earned perfect scores and others seem to have a bit of trouble, but I can tell that you all tried your best. Sorry about that. I'm quite pleased to say that at the very last one of you passed. I can only assume that this means you have all come to love numbers. Stay sharp and try your best for the rest of my classes too. Speaking of staying sharp, do you know how that word applies to Pokemon battles? That's right, it has to do with stat boosts. Pokemon stats can rise and fall throughout the course of battle, correct? For example, if a Pokemon uses the move Work Up, its attack and special attack stats will rise by 1 stage each. And as you may know, each time a Pokemon's attack or special attack rises 1 stage, moves affected by that stat will do 50% more damage. That same Pokemon from our previous example had to use Work Up again, with its attack and special attack will have risen by 2 stages total. This results in a 100% increase to damage dealt, making its moves twice as strong. Swords Dance, on the other hand, boosts attack by 2 stages at once, allowing the Pokemon to deal double damage after just a single use. Using Swords Dance twice would boost the Pokemon's attack stat by 4 stages. How much more damage then would this Pokemon deal? Quadruple damage? Ah yes, this question is a tricky one. Triple damage then. Why? Double damage. When set by 4 stages, doesn't mean damage is quadrupled. Each stage set is raised to increase its damage by 50%. For a stage, it would result in a 4 times 50% increase. Yeah, 300. Type matchups, critical hit damage and other factors all play into these calculations as well, so even a small boost must be taken seriously. the stat simply rose, it means it has gone up by 1 stage. If it rose sharply, that's 2 stages. And if it rose drastically, that's 3 stages. Just so you know, their X attack and special attack items, which can only be used in battle, can be used to sharply boost those respective stats. Which one I want to stay sharp? Let's do math again. My math, yeah. We'll finish math today. Let's have a fun class. Make sure to review last class material in order to stay sharp. I know it was a little difficult with all the talk of multiplication and percentages in the life, but today we'll be talking about percentages again. We'll learn about probability. You know what I have to say about that? This is what I have to say about that. Rage. I hate that. That may sound like we're going to have another difficult class, but did you know that all of you already deal with probability on a regular basis? Pokémon moves generally have a property called accuracy, which determines the probability that they will hit. The accuracy of tackle is 100 or 100%, so if you were to use tackle 100 times, you could expect it to hit all 100 times. The blue hypnosis, which puts opponents to sleep, has an accuracy of 60 or 60%. That means you could expect it to hit 60 times in 100 uses. To put that another way, out of 100 uses, you could expect it to miss 40 times. Many of the truly powerful moves often tend to have lower accuracy, so when you're deciding whether to go slow instead of moves that are sure to hit, or hard and fast, with stronger but less accurate moves. You're already studying probability. Let me see here. Perhaps Surf and Hydro Pump would be good examples for this discussion. Surf has a power of 90. Its accuracy is 100, meaning you can expect it to hit every time. Hydro Pump's accuracy is only 180, but when it hits, its power is 110. Which move would you want to use yourselves? I always use Surf. I see, it's slow and steady wins the race for you, Jay. I may have made it sound like there was a correct answer here, but there's not. You're free to use any moves you wish. Factors like PP or number targets may take some moves more suited to certain situations. However, training accuracy for power or vice versa is purely a matter of preference. The Surf versus Hydro Pump debate has been ongoing for quite some time. Personally, I'm more invested in debating the rock-type moves, Rock Slide and Stone Edge. Let me tell you, I could get really worked up talking about those moves, but oh my. There's the bell. What a shame. Next class will be the last of our time together, so sure, I'm 100% ready to go. Okay, rage is over. Good morning, Master J. What class would you like to take? Math, of course. Yeah. Hello everyone, hope we can have fun once again today for last class together. About probability using move accuracy as an example. Probability is quite an interesting subject. Did you know that in a class of 40 students, there's a 90% chance that 2 of them will have the same birthday? This is true even despite the fact that there are over 300 days each year. Isn't that remarkable? Let's move on to today's topic before we get swept along with probability again. I've been teaching you all how to calculate damage in this class using examples like type matchups, critical hits, stat boosts, and the like. All of these variables are multiplied together to calculate damage dealt to an opponent. However, did you know that there is an even simpler way to increase the damage of your Pokemon's moves? All you have to do is if your Pokemon use a move it shares a type with. For Rock-type Pokemon uses the Rock-type move Stone Edge, the move's base power of 100 is multiplied by 1.5 to become 150. Ground and Rock may seem like similar types, but if a Ground-type Pokemon uses Stone Edge, the move's power will remain 100. Super effective moves and critical hits also add multipliers onto this little numerical increase, so it most certainly must not be taken lightly. Let me ask you a question to see if you understand what I'm talking about here. Say you have a move with a power 4. If a Pokemon that shares a type with this move uses it and hits an opponent that is weak to that type, what happens to that move's power? It doesn't become 150. I don't know. Get away with math. You did that calculation all in your head? Well done, Jay. First, using a move to share the type with its user multiplies the move's base power of 100 by 1.5, making the power 150. The fact that the opponent is weak to the move's type then doubles that power from 150 to 300. The original power of the move ends up being tripled, isn't that amazing? What's more, if a Pokemon Terra Stylize and its Terra type matches one of its original types, and it also gets for using a new of that same type increasing from 1.5 to 2. Of course, being able to use a lot of moves with different types is great as well. That's one way you can surprise your opponent. In the end, your own innate characteristics are what will really let you shine the most. I can no longer talk. Bear in mind that this is true for both humans and Pokémon. Sure would make me happy if you could take those words to heart. I suppose I should really have shared this basic advice right from our first lesson. My apologies. And just like that, class is over. The last of our time together flew by in the blink of an eye. It was so much fun to be able to teach all you eager students about numbers. Next class will be our fun final exam. Be sure to review the material well in preparation. Ugh. Talk to her before the exam. Oh, hi. I don't want anything. Jay, you scared me. Are you cooking something? Oh no, I'm not here for any food related at all. I was just walking around the entrance hall. I've had an intense gaze that I told you about before. So I quickly ducked into the cafeteria here. The cafeteria is only one entrance, so I thought I might be able to discover the identity of the person watching me if they follow me in here. Ah, someone's come just now. Huh? That's weird. I thought I saw her come in here. I guess I won't be able to ask my question today either. But girl, I feel like I've seen her several times before. She seems to be a student here, but I get the feeling that the question is not about her studies. Next time I see her, maybe I'll go start up a conversation myself. It could have been a little scary being here on my own. I'm glad you were here with me. If you could come ask me questions, Ah, fine. Let's do the math, why not? Alright everyone, it's time to begin our final exam. I'm sure the fun experience you all had in my class will serve you well as you answer. How many great balls could you purchase with 3,000 polka dots if each one costs 600? 5. Great balls. Water type move with a powerful 109 security will hit on a grass type Pokémon. Almost probably water type move. No water Pokémon. It's probably. Oh, and water type Pokémon. Water move on a grass type. Is it halved? I don't know. I actually don't know. Under normal conditions, what percent chance does Stone Age have to land a critical hit? Pokémon uses Sword Dance twice to boost its attack by 4 stages. How much? This was a culmination of what I taught you, and I'm sure you all did just fine. I did terrible. Oh my goodness, I passed. I passed. I'll talk to her. I passed. And let me give this to you. Revolution. Over there. Mine. Hey, help me keep an eye out, would you? I've set up a little ambush here for that girl. It's not build it here any second. An ambush? Well, you see, it's not very pleasant knowing she's just staring at me all the time. And now I know what she looks like after seeing her in the cafeteria. Ah, I saw someone. It's you, isn't it? You're the one who's been secretly watching me recently. The time you know, You must have still noticed me. I'm so sorry. Well, of course I noticed you were watching me practically all day, every day after all. I assume there's something you want to ask me. Yes, I do. I've been a huge fan of you since your time as a gym leader, and I love rock-type moves so very much. Oh, my. But you just suddenly retired from your post as gym leader a year and a half ago. Why did you quit? My goodness, is that all you wanted to ask? Yes, your reason for retiring was never made public, but it's well known among the students here that you just avoid the question anytime it's asked. I thought it would be rude to ask you a question that you don't want to answer, you just couldn't find the courage to ask. So that's why your gaze felt so very intense. I see. Forgive me. So very intense? Ah, never mind that. As for the reason I quit my job as gym leader, I simply wanted to focus more on my job as a teacher. It's not that I dislike being a gym leader or anything of that sort. Quite the contrary, talking about the gym fills me with feelings of nostalgia and sadness. That's why I always avoid answering the question when students ask. Oh, I see. Do you have any plans of becoming a gym leader again? No, I'm afraid I don't plan to do so. My sister is doing a splendid job as a gym leader in my stead. I personally find being a teacher most enjoyable these days, but since I am, in fact, your teacher, I would appreciate if you could call me Miss Time, as students do, and not just Time. Okay, I'm sad to hear that, but I understand. Thank you so much, Miss Time. Well, I suppose that solves the mystery. Ah, that made me so nervous. I said so many things to try to sound cool. I was certainly a little scared when I felt that girl's intense gaze on me, but having you here with me allowed me to do what needed to be done to face what turned out to be one of my biggest fans. I must thank you for always showing up at just the right time, Dre. I mean to show you my appreciation a little. I hope these help on your venture. Oh my god. That's a lot of tower shots. Thank you. One more class. And I can do this one. Yeah. Let's do history. Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday, it is now a part of history. I was hoping to continue unraveling the marvels that history has presented to us today. However, I imagine your ability to concentrate has been spectacularly derailed by my midterm. I suppose changing things up for fun and rarity may be a good idea every now and then. So allow me to tell you an old fairy tale that has been passed down in Paldea for generations. Once upon a time, there was a king who very much enjoyed collecting treasure. He was particularly fond of treasures from other countries. One day a merchant from the east heard rumors of this king and came to meet him. I just recognized this guy in the background from Legends Arceus. No. The merchant later bore treasures in front of the treasure-loving king. The 4 treasures were as follows: a vessel, a sword, a set of tablets, and a set of beads. Seeing such rarities before him, the king leaped for joy. He showered the merchant with gold coins and claimed all 4 of the treasures for himself. Ah, perfect time to make eye contact, young Jay. Answer me this. I said that one of the treasures was that of top. It's where? Thanks for writing on. Correct. The daily pursuit of knowledge serves you well. These particular tablets were written and used as a writing medium in the East in ancient times. As you may know, they fell out of popular use as paper became more universally available. For the king to consider these paper substitutes treasures, they must have been of sub-earth quality. That, or perhaps they had some amazingly profound teachings written on them. So the king obtained these 4 treasures, and on that very night, it is said that a terrible disaster rained down upon his castle, reducing it to rubble by dawn. Oh, is that the time already? I wasn't done with my story, but alas, so ends today's lesson. If you are interested in how the story ends, you may come see me outside class hours. Oh, I am interested. Oops. Wrong game. Yeah, but it isn't changed from class 1A. Are you perhaps interested in the rest of the old tale I told you in class? Yes. It is convenient that you would take the grade I presented in class: a vessel, a sword, a set of tablets, and a set of beads. After obtaining these 4 treasures, the king's castle was destroyed. Why, you ask? Because these 4 treasures were actually 4 Pokémon. As these Pokémon were passed from human hand to human hand as treasures, they slowly became tainted by hubris and greed. Finally, after coming in contact with the rapacity of the king at that time, they awakened as disasters and began to rampage out of control. The king called for renowned Pokémon wielders to defend the country, and after a fierce battle, these incarnations of disaster were quelled. It is said that these 4 Pokémon were then sealed away somewhere in Paldea. What do you think? Would you say the story is just make-believe? Oh. It's Pokémon. Very astute of you. I've read many historical disaster reports, personal journals, and the like. There's much to support the truth of this story. I'm able to prove the story as well as to be myself. I may be sure to let you know. We finish history and languages, and after that we go to the battles. Thanks, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday is now a part of history. Today we will continue to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us. I trust that you all remember our lesson before the midterm exam concerning the great crater of Baldea and its interior Area Zero. This mysterious crater captured the imaginations of many, including the former Paldean emperor. 200 years ago, a group of explorers claimed to have finally reached its depths. The name of the team that achieved this great feat was the Area Zero Expedition. The team is said to have been made up of Paldea's best and brightest. Skilled battlers, brilliant researchers, talented individuals of all kinds. Along the list of team members was the name of a man who was an author and brilliant natural historian, Heath. After returning from the expedition to Area Zero, he used his literary talent to record the events of the expedition and publish them. Perfect timing to make eye contact, young Jay. Let's see if you were paying attention. What was the name of the team that first made it to the deepest reaches of the Great Crater? Expedition. Correct. To pick up on remember a term, I simply slipped into the flow of the lecture. Really are quite the clever one. The Area Zero Expedition. Written by expedition member Heath, can be found in bookstores in a light even today. This record is known as the Violet Book. At the time, the entire region of Paldea was absolutely buzzing about Area Zero. The Violet Book was so popular that practically everyone had a copy. However, the book itself was full of fantastical description and illustration of things that could never be thought of as real. The masses began to call Heath a liar. Even the truth of the expedition making it to the bottom of the crater was called into question. The White Book was condemned to the shelves of used bookstores as just another book of wild paranormal stories. There's a copy on one of the bookshelves on the ground floor of the entrance hall. Feel free to have a read if you're interested. Must have been but I'm filling the minds with knowledge. Yep. People are gonna be bored. Class